Welcome to another episode of the pod. My name is David. I continue my conversation with Jeremiah Folorunsoh on this episode, and we focus on the mindlessness of following people online. We also touch on me pronouncing the word Massachusetts. I don't think I got it correctly though, but anyway, we explore the features of the Let's Chat application, and we straight forward to why Twitter has a more interesting user identity than Threads will ever be. I outrightly do not like Threads, so this is me coming out to say that publicly. Anyways, this episode is produced by Inkem Creatives. As you listen, may you be blessed.
How many followers do you have?
I don't have much. Yeah, it depends. If you join all my followers on all my social media platforms, they are not more than 2,000. So like on Twitter, I have like 770 or 90, I guess. 700 ish on Twitter, almost 800. On IG, they're less than 200 or 300, I guess. I don't really care. Those are the only two places I most likely will. And right now, I don't have I don't have Instagram on my phone. I don't have TikTok. Um, yeah. So that's all. On YouTube, I have 450, I guess, subscribers. That was as of today. They increased. But yeah, that's all. All I know, that's all. They don't reach one for 2,000.
Well, have you thought about I know that there is like this thought process as to, oh, I don't have 1,000 subscribers. But have you thought about it from the perspective that, you have 400 persons or human beings following you? Imagine gathering those 400 in one room. Don't you think that there is so
Mm.
much?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Like it's I think another point is what are you offering so much that 400 people will decide to want to follow
Follow
you?
you. A lot of numbers,
And
my man.
here's a tangent also. Like it's not really a tangent, I don't know, but like following people, is it a voluntary action or an involuntary action right now? Because it's easier to follow people than ever right now at this point. So is it a
Yeah,
voluntary thing or is it involuntary?
it's a 30% voluntary and 70% involuntary. Let me tell you why. If I believe that you're on threads, obviously. I know that we are not in threads conversation, but obviously you would have noticed that getting followers on threads is actually very easy. I don't know if you noticed it. It's very, very easy. Like people are just following themselves, just following and
Mm,
unfollowing themselves. They're not even, yeah. Well, I don't know why that is, but I feel like there's something that Mark did that made following feel easy. I don't know if you get it. So I registered on Threads, and in less than 24. Well, obviously I know people that had like over like 50K followers in less than 24 hours, like the Davidos over time and so on and so forth. But like for my own level, like I know maybe I don't have such kind of level yet or that such kind of fame, but I had like I think I had like about 50 followers in less than 24 hours, I believe. That doesn't
they
happen
made it
normally.
they made it easy. They made the thought
Yes,
process for somebody too
easy.
mundane that you don't have to think about it. Like before on Facebook, for you to be someone's friend, you have to request. You send a friend
Mm-hmm.
request and then they accept. So it's more like it's like the way LinkedIn is. Somebody requests to connect with you and then you accept, or you request to connect somebody and they accept. So there's a thinking process there of, oh, I want to request to this person. You already have a body to want to do this thing, then you do it. And then you already have a fear of this person accept or reject. That enough is to make you not do it. Then you now have the thoughts of the person receiving your request, and I'll be like, do I want this person? You go through your profile, or do I even want to go through the stress of going to this profile to know who this person is enough to be in my network or for me to follow and unfollow? Right now, with the follow and unfollow thing, is like there's no much thought process. If I follow you, that's all. I get access to your content. I don't need you to accept you following me. So the thought process for users to follow somebody has been reduced drastically to the point that it has very little significance, except for people who are like narcissistic and they take it really serious. That they don't follow you and then you won't post it and you follow. Oh boy,
I'll
in
post
my
it
head
all.
like this,
Why will
you
you
post it.
unfollow me? Why will you me? Celeb like me. Not funny. Which I okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, yeah.
I think for me that's my style. Like they've reduced the thought process involving following somebody, so it's like no
Hmm?
brainer. We follow somebody, just a click of a button. They don't have to accept or not, except their account is locked, which puts the burden on them. No. But I think yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
why it's very easy now to get followers. And
Do
Instagram
I
is the
download
thread is
Let's Chat? Sorry.
yeah, download it. Let me share my screen.
Social
Share
media
screen.
app did this life oh wow. Attention. That's- There is one that is even showing small, but that one is karaoke sha. Ah, yeah, I will need it.
I don't like that logo. It looks like I don't know.
I think as designers, right, the fact that we know how to design really does more harm than good to us. It means that it takes the fun of savoring something or savoring the true meaning of something. So this is my opinion, right? I don't even know if the logo is fine or not. I try not to see it from that perspective. I try to see it from the perspective of does it work, does it not work? If it works, yeah. If it doesn't, fine. But the question is, you don't like that logo, and
First, that's my
let me
first
yeah.
opinion. I don't like it. I
Okay.
well, I think as designers we have opinions about every single thing because we feel we have
Yeah.
the power to do it, so we have the opinion about it.
Mhm. Yeah. True.
It's very ugly. No, the logo is not ugly. It's just I don't like it. It's just my preference. It could be me. Uh, I have very low expectations for the application, so I've had good news from somebody who has used it before. He told me that surprisingly it's nice. It's not as bad as people think. You know, that the features that they like about it are good. Okay. Now I'm just giving my opinion as an application that I've read about it. This is like it's not a Nigerian company. Zebra Technologies are not a Nigerian company. They seem to be like they look like because of their marketing, but no, they are copying Oraimu Marketing. Oraimu is a Chinese company. Their overall parent company is Transition Holdings. But Oraimu poses like a Nigerian company, so people purchase it because of their branding, the brand and market like a Nigerian company. So people tend to be like, oh, the Nigerians is, but it's not. Oraimu is not. I think that this Zebra Technologies are doing the same thing. They are Asian companies as well, and they are following the same technology, the same path. Like they are branded like Nigerian company, their ads and the marketers they are using, and they are using our numbers to get
Yes.
users. Hmm.
I noticed that I've been seeing like some ads online, and I mean, I don't know if I can start talking about their features, but where they say that they can make calls offline. I mean,
Yeah.
without having internet, you can make calls and video calls. I'm like, eh.
Hmm.
Me, I shall
Yeah.
know that I shall not register on their products because in my head I'm like, oh, nothing comes free in this
Feels
life.
too good to be. It feels too good to be true. You get like it feels
Yeah,
like this one's a lie. Like all the crap, but they are not
feel
actually
like
lying.
try.
So somebody has used it. Someone that has used it before was telling me that she could call her sister and her sister could receive the calls even without having the app. Like somebody called her from the app and she didn't have the app on her phone, but she received the call like a normal phone call. You get? I'm like,
Wow.
okay, now that's
I'm trying
that's crazy.
I'm trying to register now. Let's see.
Oh, I like the interface where you try to add your number.
Yeah, that gradient color is we can see.
Yeah,
Alright. If you are
nice.
listening to this, I cannot see the interface. Sorry, sorry, but no, sorry. This is not a I don't know. Uh,
It's okay. Let me explain it for people listening with audio. It's like all those beautiful things that designers do, where you see gradients moving on the screen and different colors. That's what's happening. Like the screen is moving with different gradients, colors. It looks like in the movies when you see the North Star, all those northern lights that are always in the sky that are like bluish, and you now hear one wave sound at the background.
hmm. Wala, wala,
Yeah,
wala. I stopped sharing my screen
that's how,
because it was echoing too. But
yeah.
is there anything in particular about Lexat that would really help? Yeah, trying to
Nothing. We just discuss
I'm not.
about the
I'm not.
features, which one makes sense or not, and then that's all.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the.
Uh, so I like the way it works right now. Like I'm not seeing
Mhm.
okay, I'm seeing some maybe accessibility issues, but like yeah, regular stuff. Most users will not have an issue with. Uh, Overall, like so right now, looking at it, it's a beautiful design. Like to be honest, I don't have anything bad. Beautiful, the gradients are nice when they work well. It's an
I
onboarding
think
stage.
that I think that um also for an application like this, for people to adopt it, it might take a while, right? Because it's not maybe what we are so used to, right? In terms of
Yeah.
like downloading an application and making calls with it that is offline, right? Like making offline calls to an application. Just like using Truecaller to call. Truecaller has like an inbuilt dial
Mhm.
screen or that code,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
hmm I had to remove that because I didn't, it just felt like I wasn't using my phone. I wasn't using what I'm used to. I think for an application like this, adoption might take some time. It might
Yeah.
take some time. Might never even happen, sure. But that's if they are not acquired by maybe one of these stock companies in like coming weeks or months.
Acquired. You probably said well. That's
I was going to even ask what would have been your favorite feature.
huh. Looking at what I know right now, I think the call thing would be my favorite feature because I like to make calls. I can spend hours on the call with friends. Like I'll just be on
Wow.
that call. Sometimes we are not talking. We're just on the call. I'm doing my shit. The phone is in my pocket or somewhere else. The AirPods in my head. I'm moving around doing my stuff. We're not even talking, but I just enjoy having that presence. You know?
I had
So
a
I think
girl
that's
like
all.
almost break up with me. Well, I not relationship, but I had a friend told me she couldn't be close to me because I couldn't go on the call for that long again.
Are you serious? Send me
I'm
a
telling
number.
you,
Maybe
you
I will replace you in our life.
all the best for you. I God damn it. Sorry, I was already going to go and say something that will cast like that will break off the whole podcast. But I think that the concept of calling for Nigerians now is easier. So maybe that might not have been my best feature. Maybe that might not
Mm.
have been my best feature. But
What?
maybe what would have been my best feature is the fact that I can call people that are not online, right? That I can call people that are not online without having credit on my phone, just by just by having internet. I don't know if you understand me. If I'm using WhatsApp now and you're calling someone, the person has to be online. But if you are calling someone with this left chat, assuming the feature is true,
Go on.
right, and the person is not online, I mean, it could really work. It means that I can maybe try to even call, if possible, try to call someone outside the country and think. Well, I don't know how if this will be possible. I can maybe try to call someone outside the country and see if he goes, and if it's going like without internet, the person's internet isn't on. I mean, that would be really nice. But I've still not done WhatsApp, yeah. Well, yeah. Can you chat? Like, is it just for calls? Is it a chatting application maybe?
But the number that called me is from Massachusetts.
From where did you call it again?
Yes, thank you very much for listening to this half. This is just a short break, not the end of the pod. I had a conversation with Eugene, the founder and creator of Design with You. The conversation will be coming up next week. I want to urge you to subscribe so you can know when that conversation is out. With that being said, I'm going to get back into the pod. Thank you.
But the number that called me is from Massachusetts.
From where did you call it again?
Massachusetts.
I didn't even know DSS, so I didn't even know. What,
You don't know, ah, you don't know Massachusetts.
no, maybe it's me that's not
MIT,
hearing you clearly. MIT.
MIT,
Where is it?
MIT is Massachusetts. Massachusetts, MIT is M is the Massachusetts. I don't know what it is. C, I don't know what it is. For
The best though.
hey, just
Uh,
open. The app has
wow.
opened.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Yeah.
the first thing I'm looking at right is like it's all gradients and dark. So it has the Web3 crypto vibe. Mm,
Do
um,
you
sign
do you
sign for
think
your
that
data.
um how do I construct this question? Do you think Web three is all about gradient or it's much more than that?
Uh, so yes, on that topic, it's more than that. Um, definitely more than that. What I do not think it's more than yet, at least I can't see, is I don't think it's more than crypto. It's more than enabling payments. Like right now, it makes sense from a technological perspective to see that we can hold things in the block. We can have information within blocks and within the blockchain. From a technological perspective, for somebody who is curious about tech, that makes sense to me. It gives more ability for companies not to, one company not to have access to all our data, like the way Twitter is doing with that information, or the way Mark is harvesting all our data for ads. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't make sense. So Web3
Yeah.
can come in that place. However, I'm yet to see a very valid, like, let's say is a valid application. There's a
Mhm.
valid application of Web3 aside just the money aspect, aside just building apps or dApps that that works well with crypto. That's where the
Mhm.
issue is. I think that's the main reason behind the low adoption of crypto and all that, because nobody sees it outside money, outside like blockchain and money and all. That's my take. The aspect of the dark thing is poised from, I mean, it's based on developers' perspective. Developers are the ones who started building the designs for it, and it's all crypto and tech. So it's all this. It has all this, you know, all these futuristic vibes, and that's how that entered into the designers, and designers followed that same thing. For those are my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. The reason why I asked was because you stated something about gradient and giving the Web theory vibe, and
Oh,
a lot of us, I mean, I agree with you. We are used to the idea that gradient is giving Web theory vibes because of how people have made it seem or look. But then that's not true. But that's like by the way. I think we should talk about church now though, because
yeah,
this
let's go to
lecture,
threads.
I know to agree with Amsha.
It looks nice. The interface looks nice. Everything I've not used it for a long time, but the features are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the most important parts. The features are nice. It's not complicated. Like looking at it, I know what I want to do directly. Even though they have inside ads within the application, which is scary. You can see what other people are posting. Well, you can explore. That's another thing for another day. But you know, threads.
Anybody that's watching this video and they are saying how I'm just like, why not? Please don't watch that. He has his reason. I can give her my phone number in case you want to send me DM. And just like,
In case they want tutoring, that's something you do really well. So.
okay, so my opinion on thread is, I think that, I think Mark has been working on it for a while, right? I think Mark has been working on it for a while, but I think not so long a time. If you look at what threads has, what they accommodate, you would easily tell that they created it because of the recent features that Twitter just released, or the recent updates that Twitter just released. So they, for example, the unlimited tweets and the part where you can easily navigate around. I don't know. Twitter just became a very noisy place lately. I don't know if you've noticed, with a lot of things like community circles. I don't know. It just became really weird. I think what Share did is that they took the bad things from Twitter and they made it better. In a way, Thread is finer than Twitter, except if you want to lie to ourselves. The final interface than Twitter, like really nice, really
I
good
disagree.
looking.
I disagree.
Really, the dark mode is, oh no, God, oh man, dark mode is on another
I
level. I
I
even think
disagree.
that
Think what?
the
Think
logo
what?
self is better. The logo self is better. Like that gradient. Have you seen the scope, the thing where they are saying it is representing 66. I don't know if you've seen it. No, that can maybe
That
some
one,
game.
Nigerians, they tire. They never give up. So,
But yeah, there is that. But yeah, I think that it has a long way to go as well. It's not there yet because I downloaded it and I don't think I've used it in the last 24 hours. Right.
that's good.
I mean, I think it might be my personality, but I've not used it in the last 24 hours. And I still use Twitter, even with the 6 hours on Twitter. I still go on Twitter and I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and looking for people to talk.
Good.
But yeah, that's like it.
I don't like threads. Um, first of all, because I like Twitter, and I don't like. First of all, I don't like to share. Um, these are really personal. I like Twitter. Secondly, uh, the whole thing doesn't make sense to me. Now, humans and applications, I said this on Twitter, are like people people use applications based on peer pressure mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Aside just the feature that they need and to solve the problem, there is a good percentage of people who use other applications based on peer pressure. Now, not like it's a bad thing, it's a human behavior thing. You know, the people going to threads, it's mostly peer pressure to be within the community of people there. Many Nigerians mhm, are going there for the point of they want to gain followers because the application is new, there are people there. Like the
Mm-hmm.
crowd is what most of these other applications lack. For Signal, there was no crowd there. Like there was nobody to send a message to when Signal came out. So it was like, oh, only you and the few people in Signal that you even know are in Signal for you to message. Now, for Threads, you don't need to think if there's somebody there. You know that they most likely will be there because they are from Twitter. People are hailing this lizard boy because he was able to,
A
get
lizard boy.
how many million
Man is
followers,
not there.
million
Oh,
signs.
he's all.
I'm quoting what the parody account is. Lizard boy. Was able to get what's it called? How many million subscribers are these users? This guy just migrated people from Instagram to Threads. That was all. He didn't do any other hard work. The hard work was the engineers building the platform, ripping off Twitter. No,
Mm.
Twitter's icon and designs were like this. They took it to one corner, you know, boom. The animation, like everything just feels like it just feels so goofy, man. And I'm like, all of you are here. It will tire you, you come back. Like it's like it will tire you. The designs, in my opinions, they are good. They are good.
Mm.
Twitter is better. Good.
You
As
can
a
know when someone is beefing you just by what they are saying. But yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to
the
say
logos,
anything.
the logos,
I just
logos,
listen.
the logo of Threads lacks any identity of personalization. Like Twitter logo has
Wow.
an identity. It has identity. Like it's not just bad. You can look at the
Mm.
logo and feel a sense of community, a sense of identity.
Hmm.
The Threads is just it's like stamp. It's like stamp. You can use that and then the stamping of things. That's how it looks like. There's nothing. I don't feel anything when I look at it. It's just there. It feels like it's a nice logo. It's simple. It's nice. It's straight to the point. It carries the messages. I believe a logo is a dot at the end of a sentence. Right? The sentence is the brand. That is what I believe. But then this logo is empty. But those are my thoughts. I have many other things to say, but I just need to. I'm coming from the perspective of I hate this bullshit. Like, it's
You know,
just.
one of the characteristics of growing old on time, right? When you see people beating what you just leave them alone. You don't stress. You don't argue. So I
What are you saying?
I I will just leave you. I'll just let you be because okay, so I agree with some of the things you said, right? But I disagree with some. Notably, I agree with the logo part. I think the logo is really simple and really sleek, and I think he answers. Like it's one of the logos that basically can tell, maybe not necessarily what the brand does, but it tells a good story about the brand. When you think about the trade like motion that it goes through, I think that's really nice. I think the interface is nice as well, right? I think it's nicer than Twitter. Honestly, I think it has a nicer interface than Twitter, especially with dark mode. But that's
For the
like a
copy
personal bias.
for a copy website is nice.
Mhm.
For someone
Is
that
there anybody
copies
that's not
somebody, they
copying?
try.
Is there anybody that's
For
not
someone that
copying?
openly and obviously copies somebody else, they try. They try to
But
hide it.
but but, but see, I'm seeing this series type called Lincoln Lawyers, right? And I want to ask you, and not asking a question, I want to say something. Unless when, unless um, when I have gotten a sentence, I'm not guilty. Unless when proven guilty, I am not guilty. So, what's the evidence that I copied? What says it that he had not had the design up in his head for a long time and he just implemented it now? What's
Nobody
the
says
solution?
that. It could be true. It could be true. He could have
It
had it for
is
a long,
true,
long
not
time.
it could. It could be true. Jones, it is true. Okay, yeah. One question: how did the name Jones come about? I need to ask that before I forget.
One of my friends, KK Lion, the wisest lion in this Prince Uche. He was one of the people who helped to coin that name. Now I can't remember the exact scenario, but I sure know I was looking for a name and I tried plenty names. I tried Guppy. I tried a Guppy, Scruppy, Bum Bum. I tried
Voila.
Guppy, Gruppy, because my surname was Egop and a lot and in secondary school there's so many Davids, so they just call me my
Hmm.
surname. We tried Egop, we tried Gruppy, we tried a Gruppy, we tried Gop Gop, tried Gop, lots. Then they were calling me David E at a point, David E, David E. Then there's another comp that came to the school. His name was also his surname was also E. So they could not now call me David E anymore because it was like they would call it for us. So I think and I was also in like in tech then. I used to fix stuff, fix gadgets, fix torchlight, fix lamp, fix people using minor gadgets that they smuggle into school. Me and my friends would go out and like make shit up. So it was one of those things where I go like, okay, these guys into this tech shit and drones came about. You know. But now the meaning of drones is life. That's what it stands for. It means life.
Fair enough. I don't think this is the time to crack joke with it, but maybe another time.
Yeah.
You should do like a signing out though.
Yeah. Okay. So let's close the conversation on threads. You've done justice to it. Now, in closing the conversation on threads, right? So people of God, I those are my opinions on threads. As a product, now as a product and a business facing product, we know Lizard Boy likes money and likes ads. He and the advertisers are friends all the time. When they get to a billion users, you would see the ads that will come, and then you know that this guy is using straw to drink your data. The thing is, what do you use my data for? What am I using my data for? Nobody cares. All I would say is go and watch Joanne is Awful. The first episode of Black Mirror. Joanne is Awful. Go and watch it, and then you can see how a dystopian it feels like a dystopian future, but it's a possibility of what these companies can use your data for. Right now, it feels like who cares about your data? All I will say is go and watch Joanne is Awful and see what would possibly happen when these companies are using your data to build AI models that represent you, and then they can use those informations to act movies. You can use those informations to probably test run companies, and you would not even know. They can use you if you're like a musician and you use these applications and they have access to that data and you sign terms and conditions. They can basically have a digital copy of you sing a song, and you have no reason, you cannot claim it because they have access to that data they've used to build that digital AI model of you. These are real shit that are possibly going to happen because they already exist. Every algorithm has a digital model of the user that has the account. That's how they know when the user behavior is changing. Because this person is not liking this kind of content anymore. They're liking this because they have a digital copy of you. And when it comes to that power feature, I believe all of us using Max products definitely like experience this because that guy is whatever he is. Now those are my opinions. As a product, it looks like a good competitor. Fine. when the business aspect comes in, how they make money, I don't think you'll have problem with it right now because they'll feed you ads, which is normally what Lead Ad Boy does, and that's cool. So as a product, it's a good product to be honest. The experience is nice. I've tried it out. The experience is nice. There are some hookups here and there, but I don't like it. And yeah, you may know what who knows me, my data is there, but yeah, nah, I'm not risking it. Just go and watch the one, it's awful. First episode of Black Mirror. It's cool. That ends the conversation for me. Um
Mhm.
yeah. Um you know what else? No, nothing else. Um do you have any other closing conversation before we end it? Before I give my last verdict?
Well, yeah, I'll just say, you know what, use what, I don't know. I don't think use what works for you. I just say have enjoy it. If for being honest, our data is out there already. You, it's either Mark has your data or Elon has your data. One of them or both of them has your data. So
Twitter is open
well,
source.
use.
Twitter is open source, so that your data is less likely going to be compromised because it's open source. But that's another conversation for another day.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. So if that is, I think that if you're looking at data privacy, right? Obviously, we can argue or we can agree as well that Mark doesn't, like, in terms of privacy, like maybe it's not the best in terms of it, because I think there's a time that that he had a lawsuit filed against him for releasing some Facebook data. I'm not so sure about it. I believe that happened some time ago. Um, but my closing thought is that it's been a great conversation, really. I mean, I didn't know about left chat a lot before now, right? Or it's something to explore, which I will not explore. I think I'll default back into my hold my light kind of, yeah. But it's been great talking about Instagram, Google, Figma, the tool we use, and also it's been great. Like, I get showcasing myself. Mm. Uh,
Okay, that's cool.
thank
That's
you.
cool. So, people of God, so subscribe, set up your notification to know when that conversation is released. So, in the meantime, peace out. Have a wonderful day, and as you have listened, you will be blessed. Yeah. Don't forget to share it with other people. See you on the next one. Bye.
Yeah. Bye
Cool.
everyone. I am at Jeremiah Folorunsoh.
The link to
It's true.
Jeremiah's podcast will be in the description. Yeah, and if you are listening to this on his own podcast, the link to mine will be in the
Yeah,
description.
just like the first episode, this was a blissful listen. Thank you very much for listening to this time. Lastly, I want to remind you to check out the episode with IBK that's coming out this week and the conversation with Eugene. And also, I would please like for you to check the link in the description to support the sponsors and partners of this episode. Lastly, I'll please urge you to subscribe to What's Podcasting Newsletter, where we talk specifically about other podcasts that are happening in Africa, how interesting they are, and share news around it for podcasters and podcast listeners. With that being said, see you in the next episode. Thank you, and as you have listened, may you be blessed. Bye.